All the classics all the time. I'm Justin Macartney, and this is Belfast 89 FM. Dementia-friendly campaign is bringing support to people living with dementia and family friends back together again. Joining me now is Eamon Quinn from Dementia-friendly East Belfast. Eamon, it's going to be tough doing this in the throes of a pandemic, but you've been doing it since 2016.
Yes, the Dementia Friendly East Belfast campaign, it's brought together about 30, 40 different organisations who are all working to see if they can make East Belfast a friendlier place for people who are living with dementia, for their families and friends and carers, and for older people as well. And it brings together public agencies like the Belfast Health Trust, the Public Health Agency, community-based organisations like East Belfast Community Development Agency and the Red Cross, and then also other community-based groups such as churches. We've got individuals who've been connected to the dementia condition, and we've people living with dementia as well. And since 2016, when the campaign launched, we've done an awful lot of activities. We have over 40 information posts across East Belfast where people can go and get information about support services and where they can get help. We've done an awful lot of training. We've trained all of the members of the Northern Ireland Fire and Rescue team who work on the ground with people every day. We've trained over 850 dementia friends. There have been exhibitions in libraries, lots of activities to provide support, but also to provide care for people who are living with dementia. So it's a very, very active campaign that welcomes contributions from anybody.
Like, what sort of things have you been managing to do in the midst of a global pandemic and lockdown? Because it's quite difficult for people to meet up, and people with dementia, they do need that support, that familiarity of family and friends coming to see them.
Yeah, so like all organisations, we're encouraging people to follow all of the health guidelines to make sure that they're not exposing themselves or carrying coronavirus and COVID-19. So the things that we've done during lockdown included lots of activities went outdoors. We have a walking group that meets every second Monday. We've done outdoor Tai Chi in Victoria Park in East Belfast. We've done a lot of online activities. If people go onto our Facebook page at it's facebook.com/Dementia Friendly East Belfast. On that page, we've had talks, we've had craft sessions, we've had relaxation and Tai Chi. And one of our favourite initiatives, which has been driven by East Belfast Community Development Agency, is called a hug in a box. And what that means is we basically put a lot of items into a box and delivered it to people's front doors. And the items include things that will help people stay well, such as guidance about, your general health, but also things that people will enjoy, such as puzzles and quizzes, books and activities that will keep people stimulated as well. And it's delivered to your front door. And the Hug in a Box has been a huge success. And there are dementia-friendly campaigns in other parts of the city, and that has been adopted by people in dementia-friendly North Belfast, in South Belfast and in West as well. So while we have been restricted, there's quite a lot that we can still do to make our communities more dementia friendly.
Like, reminiscing takes a big part in helping people with dementia. Obviously, East Belfast is a long and illustrious history. What sort of things are you doing there, Eamon?
In relation to reminiscence, Libraries NI has been very involved in trying to make their services available to people. So they would run a wide range of different classes that have also included reminiscence, but also provide access to audio books, to e-books, and there's still a lending facility through the Libraries NI. In East Belfast, I think there's 6 or 7 different libraries, so they're still encouraging people to come in, use whenever restrictions allow, to be able to use some of their facilities, but also to keep the supply of books available there. But I think one of the most important things is about maintaining connections between people so that people continue to have that social contact, which is so important for making sure that people stay healthy. And certainly that's something that we've been able to promote through our walking groups and different activities.
Would you like to see the pioneering facilities in England come in here, where they have a secure room and they allow one designated family or friend to come in once a week to a home and maybe connect with a dementia care person?
Yeah, I think, well, I suppose one of the key things we would say is that a lot of people who are living with a dementia diagnosis are able to go out and access their own communities. We would signpost people to groups such as Dementia NI. And if you do a search on Google, you'll find their details. But that is a group that is led by people who are living with dementia, who are able to break down the stigma associated with dementia, but also help educate people how it is possible to have a good life and to live a full life while you're living with the dementia condition. In relation to the facilities for people who are in receipt of care, there's a very active care sector in across Northern Ireland, and there are some fantastic facilities in Belfast, such as Sydenham Court and Mullen Mews. We would very regularly do Zoom craft sessions with people who are living there. I should say that these are people who are tenants and residents, and we would deliver materials to their door to get involved in craft activities. And then we would do a Zoom class where we teach them how to make different bits and bobs. I'm showing up here. This is from one of our recent craft sessions about packing and making little gifts. So certainly there's a lot of activity that everybody can get involved in. The thing that we're keen to emphasize is that if you had a friend who had a broken leg, you would make adjustments so that you could still hang out with your friend. Dementia is different for everybody who has the condition. However, it is possible for us to make small adjustments to make our communities accessible. And bear in mind, people living with dementia, like anybody else, they're consumers as well. They want to be able to go to shops, to go to restaurants, cafes, and so forth. So a lot of what we do with this campaign is about educating people about small changes that need to be taken to make the world more accessible for people living with dementia.
Thanks very much for joining us this afternoon on Belfast 89. It's Eamon Quinn from Dementia Friendly East Belfast, doing their best to keep people together in the forthcoming festive period. Thank you very much.
Thank you.